Hi Leo, welcome to your week ahead reading. This is for week commencing the 8th of September. And we're starting your reading with these amazing swishy, can you hear that? Every tarot card reader will know exactly where I'm coming from. It's, oh my gosh, such a beautiful noise. Right, get on with the reading. This is the Sacred Creators Oracle by Chris Ann, who also creates the Light Seers deck. And we have the two cards. Okay, let's have a look. We have three out for Leo. Of course we have three for Leo. We have Nourish the Sacred Feminine. Very Empress energy, very sit in your power, very shine also. Feeling attractive, feeling confident, trusting the universe. We have Limitations, Inspire Innovations. Okay, something to think about. Limitations, Inspire Innovations. Okay. And then we have Cozy Up with Risk. Ooh, a bit fiery energy there going on, Leo. What are you up to? Cozy Up with Risk. I don't think that limitations is meant to be read, that limitations inspire innovations. I think you've got limitations and then you've got the word inspire and then then you've got innovation underneath it. So it's like be inspirational. There comes the innovations. I don't know. I'm going to refer to the book to that one because that's bugging me. This is the first time I've had to refer to this book. What number is it? 52. Okay, the message of the card. A bridge between worlds, innovative ways of thinking, creative solutions arising because of the limited working materials, a higher consciousness. Okay. Hopefully you can resonate with that, Leo. Let's see how your tarot goes. But I love Cozy Up with Risk. And the Sacred Feminine. Nourish your Sacred Feminine. Right, Leo. Dear Spirit Guides and Angels, please join me in this reading for Leo and make it helpful, hopeful, and healing. So, what's the focus for Leo, please, and thank you. Got little Bella down there, putting her 2 penneth in also. She's sulking. Right, Leo, what's your focus? Knight of Pentacles. Okay, that's not cozying up with risk. That's the opposite. Okay, what's the opportunity? Oh, Knight of Cups. Okay. That's interesting. Right, challenge for Leo, please and thank you. I'm liking this. I'm not going to take them all. Just one, please and thank you. If they're meant to come out, they'll come out. Oh, Queen of Swords. Okay. As a challenge. And what's bubbling under the surface for Leo? 5 of Cups. 4 of Cups, sorry, beg your pardon. 4 of Cups. And advice and outcome for Leo. 2 of Swords. Knight of Pentacles, okay, is the focus. And the focus of the Knight of Pentacles is saying, right, okay, what are you dilly-dallying about maybe? What are you... You're being a little bit too slow and steady here, Leo. You need to cozy up with some risk, clearly. You know, the Knight of Pentacles is a very take it easy. Let's not push the boundaries too much. Knight of Pentacles likes to feel stable, secure, safe, not the most creative of energies, not the most spontaneous of energies. So the focus for me is saying, what's gone on for a long, long time that, I don't know, you need to look at because it needs to be put into the mix and jimmied up a little bit. The Knight of Cups is here as an opportunity. Now, if this is about a relationship, if you've been in a relationship that's just like a little bit, I don't know, tumbleweed, nothing much happening, it's like there's an opportunity to have your knight in shining armor come along. Or if you've been waiting for a relationship, you've been in a relationship, or you're waiting for a relationship to happen, the knight, and this is somebody proposing something for you, giving you something lovely, bringing you flowers. If you're in a relationship already, it can just be somebody around you that it decides to, out of the blue, revitalize a friendship or a relationship. I keep saying relationship. It can be, to be honest with you, we can still put this, say, for instance, to a job also. If your job is very mundane and very boring, maybe you need to, as an opportunity for somebody that's going to come along and offer you something you're going to absolutely love. The Queen of Swords is your challenge. Interesting. I can't make my mind up, and this is why we're going to clarify rather. The Queen of Swords as a challenge, as a person, can be somebody who's very sharp-tongued. They don't mince their words. They're very a little bit selfish in their ways. A bit of a princess. I know she's a queen, but yeah, she's not very considerate on how they will talk to people because they don't really care. They're not very emotional at all. Very cold energy. You could be dealing with that. As a challenge, if it's you, it can be that you are struggling to tell somebody the truth and to be open and honest and forthright about something or somebody. The Four of Cups, my gosh, I just did say this, didn't I? The Four of Cups is what's bubbling under the surface. You're fed up with something, Leo, here, and that's why you need to cozy up with a bit of risk. It was the Four of Cups is about, oh my gosh, yeah, been there, done that, got the t-shirt. This is like Groundhog Day. Nothing's changing. I'm not progressing in anything. Cups, it can be relationship and friendships too. But it can, again, relate it to work. It can be that you feel very bored and you're not being very inspired at the moment at work or within your relationship. However, what I will say about the Four of Cups is be careful of that energy, because we often will, if something new comes in, tar it with the same brush and say, well, hang on a minute, be careful, because you have got the Knight of Cups coming in, which is another cup. And look, you've got this cup being offered to you here. But you're feeling stuck, perhaps. And there's your cup coming in as your opportunity. So just be careful and mindful of that. Now, the Two of Swords is your advice and outcome. And whatever this is coming in with that Knight of Cups, it's just going to give you food for thought, I think. She's going to get a little bit torn here. It's like, oh, okay. Well, maybe, I can do this. It's like she's got the devil and the angel on her shoulder here. She's now got two decisions, two different pathways to go in. And the advice of the Two of Swords with that blindfold on is, for me, it's saying, go within and trust your intuition. Don't listen to these crows that are going, no, don't do that. And the other one's going, yeah, go this way. No, go that way. Oh, interesting, Leo. Absolutely love this for you. Okay, Knight of Pentacles, why are you here? As a focus. Maybe they're saying, well, you do need to focus on the long-term aspect of this. Also, let's have a look, because that's what the Knight of Pentacles would do. I just feel with that Four of Cups and what's bubbling under the surface is you feeling like, oh gosh, need to shimmy this up a little bit. Knight of Pentacles. And I also feel like you've been on such a roller coaster of something. You're feeling really, really on high, and then it's like, boom. I don't know. Why do I feel like that for you? It's like you're coming down after a lot of excitement, and now you're like, all right, now I need a bit more. I liked that. I liked that exciting bit. Knight of Pentacles, why are you here? Clarified by, you can't make that up, as old Chris of Minnow Pond would say. It's the Knight of Cups. Yes, something's coming in that you're going to absolutely love. And I just think, cozying up with risk, limitations inspire innovations. Yeah, maybe you have felt limited with that Knight of Pentacles, but there's something coming in that you're going to love. There's some sort of proposal. Focus on the good stuff. Focus on what you can have. Focus on what you really want to receive. Let's do one more on that Knight of Cups. Again, for some of you, if you're waiting for a relationship, or if somebody's been, you know, in the background and they haven't made a move, it just feels like next week that's what's going to happen, with 2 Knight of Cups here, clarified by the 7 of Swords. Ah, why did he have to come along? Okay. Now, the focus of the 7 of Swords is to be strategic. The 7 of Swords is the lying, cheating, whatever card, stealing. They call it the lying, cheating, stealing card. But as a focus, interesting. Oh, I do want to stay with this Knight of Cups that's coming in. Just be careful that the intentions are good. Why do we have the 7 of Swords? And you need to be strategic about it. Let's do one more on that 7 of Swords. Careful what they are offering you isn't to make them gain from it, if that makes sense. 6 of Swords. Okay, that's good. The focus is on moving away from stressful times. Oh, this has got complicated, Leo. Just when I thought this was going to be beautiful, I just feel like you've got to be careful next week. This Knight of Cups, this opportunity. Or maybe you are dealing with somebody that you've got to tiptoe around regarding this. Yeah, maybe you're the one. I'm not saying you're lying, cheating, and stealing. You're the one tiptoeing around the subject next week, and being strategic, which moves you onto calmer shores. It makes life a bit easier. I just feel like for some of you, you are having to give ear candy to somebody, maybe, just to appease them for the time being. Now, the Knight of Cups is coming in as an opportunity. Let's have a look. Clarified by the Death card. Interesting. It can represent an end of a relationship. It can represent something that's gone on for long enough and it's just got to come to an end now. And there's an opportunity for you to do that. With that 7 of Swords, whatever I would say about that is I would be very strategic in the manner that you do it. If it's you've seen a job that you love and you're like, oh, I need to leave my work first to do this, obviously you're not going to go and tell your boss tomorrow. You know, you're going to put plans in place first, this Knight of Pentacles, before you make a move on this. Interesting. Okay, Queen of Swords, why are you here? I just think as a challenge, I feel that it's maybe yourself that you are struggling to be, I don't know, maybe, yeah, Knight of Swords is a challenge. It's like you want to say something, you can't bring your heart into it, but you also can't bring yourself to be laying the cards on the table at the same time. You can't have your cake and eat it. That's what I want to say. Now, the Knight of Swords as a challenge is saying that there is something that you keep talking about, but you're not doing anything about it. Some of you wanted to end a relationship or leave a job, but you're just not, you're sitting in that 4 of Cups energy like, oh my gosh, nothing's happening. But you're going to miss out on this Knight of Cups energy here. Somebody offering you something better, something you're going to love. Also, with the Knight of Swords, with that Queen of Swords, I feel like this person, this Knight of Swords, he can be, as a challenge, very forceful, because it's swords. It's the yeah, it's a bit of a mind games going on here. Could be, especially with that 7 of Swords. That's why you've got to be strategic, because the Knight of Swords, you know, he's very logical and he's very impatient. He wants things to happen now, so he can be quite a pushy energy. And you've just got to, like, I don't know, maybe Say something to them. They're making you, they're trying to manipulate you around to their way of thinking. Now the Four of Cups, oh gosh, is bubbling under the surface. It's just feeling a bit fed up, you know, like, you know, nothing's growing around you, perhaps. I think you know there's a need for change here. Four of Cups, why are you here, please, and thank you for Leo. Look, yeah, Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. That Ace of Cups that's coming in, sorry, it's not an ace, it's a Knight of Cups. I feel that this is your wish fulfillment. Nine of Cups comes when we sit in the energy of what we need, of what we want. So if, for instance, you know, I want to be, I don't know, I don't want to be this, by the way, but if I wanted to be on platform doing mediumship, for instance, and now I love my mediumship and I would love to develop that further, but I need to be in the mindset of being confident, and that's what I want, and imagine me doing it, and imagine being on the platform. And this is what I mean by you are sitting as the Four of Cups. You're daydreaming about what you really want to do, but perhaps not doing anything about it. But next week, I just feel like it's coming to a head. Now, the Two of Swords is your advice and outcome. And it's like two different pathways opening up. Maybe you didn't realise. Let's have a look. Two of Swords. Why are you here for Leo? Or you've just got to finally make a decision about something and choose which way you want to go. King of Wands. Oh, I love that. King of Wands is very entrepreneurial, very leadership role. It's like you're choosing more of a leadership, being in control energy there. Can turn his hand to anything. Very courageous. Knows exactly what he wants. For some of you, it is a job or something. Perhaps you're going to choose, you know, being a bit more higher up in the role, you know, a promotion of some sort. Let's do one more of that. King of Wands. Why are you there? And even if it's not a job, you know, and it's a relationship, it's like, no, you need to take control. Look at what you want to do. Maybe you have got, you know, different aspirations to others around you. Wow, love that. You've got the Star card. This is the card of hope and healing. But it's also the card of nurturing yourself. You've got to do what you want to do, Leo. That's what that makes me feel. You're the one that has the big star shining over you. You're the one that needs to follow your true north. Ooh, that was a deep reading, Leo. But let's see. We're going to finish on this is the Rose Oracle. This is the very first Oracle deck I ever bought. You've got the Great Mother. Surrender to the mystery and fall into her arms. Surrender. Just see that Seven of Swords when it says surrender. Let's have a look. The guidebook. Let's see what that. The Great Mother. Let's have a look. It says this life is but a single breath in the inextinguishable existence of your experience as a soul. Hand over your worries, your hurt, your sorrow, your fears and doubts to the Great Mother. Lay them on her altar. Return to the sureness of her soil. Fall fully into her arms and surrender to the mystery woven through it all. Remember that while these extremes are difficult, they can also be magnificent. That unrestrained joy is closer to grief than we think, and perhaps the more wildly the pendulum of your life swings, getting to the crazy, Leo, the more you can say, I have truly lived. Oh my giddy aunt, you couldn't make that up. Cozy up with risk. I'm going to make that your title. Hope you enjoyed that, Leo. Thank you so much for watching every week and for all your lovely support and comments of the channel, and I'll see you next week. Take care.